Jack, Innsmouth is a strange place. There are things that have no business being here. Foul, reeking things.
Strange? Trust me, I'm good with strange.
That remains to be seen, but I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more unusual elements in Innsmouth. Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
No problem.
I've seen that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star. I'm looking for Brian.
Please, stop bothering me, stranger.
Well, I tried my best.
Jack, we can't be seen talking together. What is it?
Why do you stay in Innsmouth, Rebecca?
My grandfather, John Lawrence, was editor of the Innsmouth Courier. He was murdered in the slaughter of 46. He had always despised the Marshes and their blasphemous doings, and it was he who led the party out to the reef that night. They arrested Captain Marsh and his order and tossed them in the old jailhouse. A few weeks later, my grandfather was dead. My father saw him die. Him and many others burned alive in the Courier's basement.
All the more grounds to leave.
To leave would be to fail my own legacy. I have a duty to protect the good in Innsmouth, at least what little good remains.
And how specifically do you do that?
Rebecca, maybe you know. What happened at the variety store?
Ah, Tom Waite's place. The gossip on the streets is that the store safe holds a great treasure. Since the Order got wind of the rumors, they've been desperate to get their filthy hands on it. But it seems they can't get close.
Odd. Do you suppose Burnham knew about it? Maybe he pocketed it before breezing out of town.
I don't know, Jack. He'd only been in town a few months, and we can't be certain he even managed to leave. Ruth Billingham must be involved in all of this somehow. She was desperate for a way out of Innsmouth.
What do you know about her?
Only that she and Brian were close, much to the Order's disapproval. You should speak to Tom Waits. Find out for certain if the treasure's gone.
Where can I find him?
He lives on 803 Dock Street, just by the back of the old town poorhouse.
Alright, hey, my fellow definitely not CIA agent. How's it going?
Hello, Mackie.
Jack, swell to see you again. Any leads on the Burnham case?
Nope. Did you know the lad at all?
Just pleasantries. Seemed a nice enough fella, if a little rough around the edges. Strange business, though. I'd never have fingered him as a crook. The First National was a well-run store, a rare thing here in Innsmouth.
Okay, Mackie. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack. Be careful what you're doing. Very careful. Innsmouth's a dangerous place. Not everyone who visits here ends up leaving by the old bus route.
This Mackie character knows plenty, but I don't think grilling him for scraps of information is going to crack this case. What's the government's interest in the Marsh refinery, anyway?
It's just domestic affairs. You ask a lot of questions, Jack.
I'm a detective. What the hell do you expect?
What you're after comes under official secrets, if you know what I mean. But I can tell you that our government has become increasingly suspicious of Innsmouth and the Marsh family.
I've heard of the Marshes. Rumors of that family are rife, even on the streets of Arkham. None of what's said is pleasant.
That I can believe. The Marshes have been ruling this port for nearly a century, ever since that plague swept these streets in the 40s.
A plague? Is that why the place is so deserted?
Masses died, so that would figure. There's gossip that old Captain Obed Marsh brought the disease onto this port from foreign trade. Deliberately.
Plague?
Oh my god. Is that why so many of the townsfolk are suffering from that hideous affliction?
Perhaps those from out of town call it the Innsmouth look.
It's unlocked.
If I see you without fire, I'll report your order.
I'll not say nothing.
Do you need any help? Disease is rampant in this town. It won't budge.
Since old lady warns me, the food is rotten, but we'll die soon enough.
I definitely saw something just now. Hello.
What are you looking at there, old-timer?
Nothing. I'm just looking. What you doing in old Warren's house, young feller? This hole is for the broke and the dying.
I'm trying to find Dock Street.
It's out back of the house. Everything in Innsmouth is rotten and dying. Windows boarded up, and all sorts of curious barking and crawling around black cellars and attics. How'd you like to be living in a town like this, feller?
I've been to more welcoming places. I don't think he's been outdoors for years. He isn't gonna know anything. That Zadok Allen tells some wild tales.
Aye, Zadok's a troublemaker, I tell you. If he weren't such a drunken old fool, he ought to have sorted him out before now.
Innsmouth must have an intriguing past.
Innsmouth's a historic town, stranger. Plenty of history here.
Do you know anything about the robberies of the two stores in town?
No, can't help you there, fella. I can only tell you what I seen from this here window, and that ain't much of nothing.
This almshouse is home to the old and the destitute. The old woman's dead. She must have kicked it a week back, or more.
And there's nobody to clean the place up.
There's no sign of a struggle, or any external injuries.
Yes?
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
I never had no Burnham.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Stop and bother me with questions.
Sure.
Hello there, little lady.
Hi, sir.
Are your parents at home?
Daddy's at work, and Mommy's upstairs in the attic. She's been bad.
I see. So, what's your name, little lady?
Ramona?
Well, Ramona, could you get your mommy for me?
Nope. Mommy bites. Daddy says we've got to keep her up there for her own good.
Excuse me?
When I go near the door, she growls. I don't love Mommy like I love my daddy.
You don't say. Ramona, I really need to speak to your daddy. Do you know when he'll be home?
Soon, I think. You can wait inside if you like. Daddy won't mind. I'm drawing pictures with my crayon.
That would be great. Thanks. I should check the place over while I've got the chance. What are you drawing, Ramona?
Pictures pictures of Mommy and Daddy.
It's quite weird pictures, if you ask me.
It's a recent family photo. The corner's been torn off. I can only see Thomas and Ramona Waits in the picture.
What the f... Oh no.
Oh, God. No.
They've taken the last thing I loved away from me.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize what was up there. What the hell was that thing?
There's no time to explain. They'll be here soon. Listen to me closely. You've been the talk of the town all day, asking after the Burnham lad. I heard he never made it to Boston, that he was caught by the order of Dagon.
Did he pocket anything from the store's safe?
Thankfully, no. It's sturdy. He'd never have wrenched it open with a crowbar. There's something in there that needs protecting from the order. You've got to get it out of Innsmouth. Take the key to the back of my store. The safe combination's in my diary, upstairs. Hurry, Jack.
What the hell's in the safe anyway?
You've gone too far this time, Wait. We're taking you in for murder. You'll swing for this.
Wait, he didn't do anything wrong.
He killed his own daughter. It's down to less than blood. There's plenty wrong with that. I'm reckoning you do well to mind your own business, stranger. In Innsmouth, we handle things by the old ways.
Diary of Thomas Wade. The last entry in this diary is from today. It reads: another sleepless night, I lay awake, listening to the moments of that thing that I married passing about her locked room. Damn the esoteric order of Dagon, damn the offs. Damn the town fathers for not hanging out with Marsh when they had the chance. No, burning him and his whole filthy clan. Wish I could just leave, abandon my charm of a marriage, leave the store to rot and start a new life far, far away. But I'm trapped here. Every time I look at Ramona, I know it. Watching her sleep in her beauty and innocence, my heart feels like breaking. She has no idea what she will become. Yesterday was her 10th birthday. The chance cannot be far off. Her birth gave me such joy, so much that I still use the month, day, and year as the 4-number combination for my safe. In that order, starting clockwise. Ah, I should actually remember that part. It is as if I'm trying to preserve that date forever and deny the inevitable horror. I sometimes think of killing her, an act of mercy before she starts to manifest the horror. God forgive me. But she's my daughter and I could never harm her. She's blameless in all this. When the time comes, Innsmouth will be the only place for her, and until then, I must stay here to watch over her. It is my penance, my atonement for creating her life with her chosen mother. After she joins them, if the grief does not kill me, my life will be my own once more. Not that I know how I will have the strength to go on without her.
It's unlocked.
I mean, what you expect from a butcher store? Oh.
You
Hello
don't
there.
look like your standard crook, sweetheart.
Jesus, you crazy sap! Who the hell are you?
Jack Walters, private detective. And considering your recent break-in and entering, how about I ask the questions?
Have you any idea who I am?
No, and I really don't care.
My family has influential contacts in the Order, so I'd advise you to mind your manners, sir.
I'm from out of town. The Order doesn't hold much sway with me.
Really? Out of town, you say? How interesting. I'm Ruth Billingham.
Huh. You're Brian's broad. That figures.
Brian? I don't believe I know a Brian.
Yeah, right. I've been fed that line 1,000 times, and from much better liars than you. Look, Ruth, the rumor around town is that your lover boy's in the hands of the Order.
What? No, that's not true. They'll have him killed. It was all my idea. I just wanted a clean break from here.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. You're the detective. You think of something. I'll be waiting out at the old fishing cannery the next 2 nights, just past the abandoned railway station to Rowley. When you find him, give him this. He'll know it's from me.
Photo of Brian with Ruth. There's a message on the back. Reads, I love you, baby.
I must have got something wrong.
Yeah, I need to check one more time. Alright, today, what day is today? 7th of February, yeah, 1922, and he says that yesterday was her birthday, 10th birthday, so minus 10 years, which means February 6, 1912. So 2, 6, 12. Let's try that. How do you crack this safe? I think at first you go... He says clockwise. 2, 6, 1, 2.
Yes, that's it.
Phew, still good at it.
The safe holds a heavily bound manuscript. The front is embossed with the words, Book of Dagon.
Alright, let's take a look. This book is handwritten, heavily bound. Its cover is embossed with a title of the Book of Dagon. It seems to be a religious work translated from a series of ancient tablets. It says of an entity called Dagon, apparently some kind of sea god, and his consort Hydra. They're the greatest of an underwater race called the Deep Ones, who worship them with sacrifices and other rites. Descriptions of the sacrifices are partially shocking, and there are details of magical spells and other strange rituals. If it's a credible manuscript to be believed, the history stretches back beyond the remotest human origins into unthinkably remote antiquity. A few individuals are so incredibly old that they have seen continents rise and fall, for they do not die of old age as humans do. Father Dagon and Mother Hydra are such individuals, and are greatly revered for their age and size. The greatest of, however, is reserved for a dark god named Great, who is said to sleep and dream in the underwater city of Rillier. The book seems incomplete. The last chapters tail off, as though the translation has not been finished.
It's getting late. I'd better start making tracks. I don't much fancy spending the night in this hole.
Evening, Joe. Did you hear Waits killed his own daughter? His own flesh and blood? Damn shame. Maybe not. What do you mean, maybe, Charlie? I seen Elliot dragging him off. Caked in blood he was. Aye. But Birch reckons she were ripped open, Joe. I don't reckon Tom would have the strength for that sort of killing. I ain't got much time for talking, Charlie. I got instructions from the order to make certain the outsider doesn't leave tonight. Would that be the strange feller you brought into Innsmouth a couple hours back? Yeah. I'm reckoning on him asking for lodging here this evening.
Do you have board for the night?
We've plenty on the top floor of the house. Nice views over the town, I'm told.
Great. That sounds just swell.
Hey, you all right there, sir? Starting to look kind of funny there for a while. Face as white as bone and eyes as black as coal. Like you'd seen a ghost or something.
I'm fine, thanks. It's just the sea air around these parts. It makes me queasy.
The Innsmouth's breeze is not for your outsiders.
Charlie, can you come with me? I need to be telling you something.
Excuse me, sir. Lith Law doesn't like to be kept hanging about. I'll be right back with you shortly.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
It's the key to the back office. It's unlocked. Nothing of interest here. Can't see anything of use. Nope, nothing important here. The rug is caked in dried up blood and guts.
The hell is this?
The hatchet is encrusted with blood. I'm not touching it.
That's a human heart. Postmodern records. She were a lively one and no mistake. Kept her going as long as I could for the music she was making. Such a pair of lungs. And after she were done, found those lungs and her look as good as they sounded. Maybe I'll keep them. Her liver was particularly sweet as well. No much wanted to go to New York, but if they all talk as much as this one, I reckon I'd miss him much. Soon as he woke and saw the knives, he was away talking and pleading and bargaining for his life. All them words made me dizzy. I had to take his tongue first to stop him. In future, I better wait a while after I eaten dinner, for his innards stink awful. The bones were nearly all out before he died. I was really careful around the arteries so as it didn't lose any more blood that could be helped, and he lasted a lot longer for it. The flesh moved on its own as he tried to work his arm, but with the bones gone there was nothing it could do, just twitch. I took it out of the strap so it could move free, and I watched. The new gag worked much better and he was more quiet than the last.
I wonder what secrets this book holds. There are severed body parts strewn all over the office.
If you just follow me, sir, I'll show you to your lodgings. I heard there was a killing over at the old Waits house tonight. They reckon the old fool killed his own daughter. Caked head to toe in her blood, they says, and had to be dragged away, screaming and crying. I reckon there'll be a lynching for what he done.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
You're still looking pallid, sir. You're needing to have yourself some rest. Sleep well, and keep down the racket. Us Innsmouth are quiet folk.
Better. Not exactly safe, but the best I'm gonna get in this infernal town.
Let's just take a quick break for a while, why not? What could possibly go wrong?